Good day, students. Welcome to a new session of our online class learning. Mathematics. Number 1. Fill. Science. Number 1. Prevent. Social studies. Number 1. Dress. Health education. Number 1. Weaker. English. Number 1. Home. At this point, we are going to have our dictation. There are 3 rules for dictation. Alright, kids, please take out your notebook and your pencil. Write down the date of today and NO.5. Next, underline 2 lines. After that, write the numbers 1, 2, and 3. Now let's begin the dictation with number 1. Repeat after me 3 times. Long, long, long. Number 2. Short, short, short. Number 3. Third, third, third. Now let me repeat the 3 words. Number 1. Long, long. Number 2. Short, short. Number 3. Third, third. Students, if you're finished writing down the words, it's time to check your work. Now remember, all you need to do is it's time to check your work. Students, let's begin with number 1. Please read word number 1. The word is long. Very good. Now repeat after me 3 times. Long, long, long. Now let's spell the word long. L O N G. Long. Very good. What about number 2? What is word number 2? The word is short. Good job. Now repeat after me 3 times. Short, short, short. Very good. Now spell the word short. S H O R T. Short. Very good. Now let's have the third word or word number 3. What do you think is the word number 3? The word is third. Very good. Now repeat after me 3 times. Third, third, third. Now spell the word third. T H I R D. Third. Good job, kids. Students, before we begin with our new lesson, let's have a short review on our previous lesson. When the long hand is on number 12, it is blank. Are you ready for a new lesson? Very good. Now listen to me carefully. We shall begin. Good morning, students. Once again, this is your Master Alvin. Today, we are going to talk about telling time, half past. Unit 6, time. Students, please open your book on page number 33. When the longhand is on number 6, it is half past. Look at the shorthand to see what number has just gone past. So I have an example. Students, please take a look at the clock. The time is set in the afternoon. Now all we need to do is to answer the words first. So obviously, it is 4:30. That's correct. It's 4:30. Now this time, let's answer the 12-hour clock. Now please take a look at the clock. The shorthand is on the middle of 4 and 5. What do you think is the answer? The shorthand is in the middle of 4 and 5. What do you think is the answer? The answer is 4. Alright. Why 4? Because it has not reached to 5 yet. Understand? Next, let's take a look at the long hand. The long hand is pointing to number 6. Therefore, we will write 30. Do you understand? Good. So the time is 4:30. Now this time, we are going to write AM or PM. Don't forget, the time is set in the afternoon. So what do you think are we going to use? Is it AM or PM? The correct answer is PM. Very good. Why PM? Because the time is set in the afternoon. Good job. Now this time, we are going to answer the 24-hour clock. So what is the equivalence of 4:30 p.m. in 24-hour clock? What do you think is the answer? Now this time, I'm going to show you how to convert the 12-hour clock into 24-hour clock. Watch the video. Now let's continue. Next to 12 noon or 12 hours is the afternoon. So the answer is 16:30 hours. Good job, students. Here's another example. Take a look at the clock. The time is set in the morning. Now obviously, the answer is 9:30. It's 9:30. Now let's answer the 12-hour clock. Take a look at the shorthand. The shorthand is pointing in the middle of 9 and 10. Again, the shorthand is pointing on the middle of 9 and 10. What do you think is the answer? The answer is 9. Okay, we are going to write 9 because it has not reached number 10 yet. Next, let's take a look at the long hand. The long hand is pointing on number 6. Therefore, it means 30 or 30 minutes. Now this time, we are going to write AM or PM. What do you think is the answer? Remember, the time is set in the morning. Is it AM, PM? What do you think is the answer? The answer is AM. AM is for morning. Very good. Now let's answer the 24-hour clock. What do you think is the answer? The answer is 9:30 hours. Don't forget to write 0 first before 9. 9:30 hours. Good job, kids. Here's another example. Students, please take a look at the clock. Time is set in the afternoon. Now we are going to answer the time in words. Now the answer is 3:30. Now this time, let's find out the answer in 12-hour clock. Take a look at the shorthand. The shorthand is pointing in the middle of 3 and 4. Again, the shorthand is pointing on the middle of 3 and 4. Therefore, we are going to write 3 because the time has not reached to 4 yet. Now let's have the long hand. The long hand is pointing on number 6. That means it is 30 minutes. Alright, since the time is set in the afternoon, what are we going to write? Are we going to use AM or PM? What do you think is the answer? The answer is PM. Very good. Now let's find out the answer in 24-hour clock. Alright, what do you think is the answer? The answer is 15:30. And we use the word hours. Very good. Now we are down to our last example. Students, please take a look at the clock. The time is set at night. Now let's answer the time in words. What time is it? What half past is it? The answer is 10:30. Very good. Now this time, we are going to answer the 12-hour clock. Now let's take a look at the shorthand. The shorthand is pointing between numbers 10 and 11. Again, the shorthand is pointing on number 10 and 11. It's in between or in the middle. Now what should we write? Are we going to write 10 or 11? What do you think? 10 or 11? The answer is 10. Very good. What about the long hand? Since the long hand is pointing on number 6, we are going to write 30. That means 30 minutes. Alright, next, are we going to write AM or PM? Take note, the time is set at night. So the answer is p.m. Very good. Now let's answer the 24-hour clock. What do you think is the answer? Now let's continue. Next to 12 noon or 12 hours is the afternoon. So the answer is 22:30 hours. Good job, kids. To summarize our lesson for today, we talked about half past. When the long hand is on number 6, it means it is half past. Again, when the long hand is on number 6, it is half past. Students, thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something from today's lesson. Hope to see you next time and goodbye.